How do you best describe the problem that you solve for your customers? How do you pick the story that mimics how they talk about their problem, how they feel about their problem? So when I explore a customer with a company or a startup, I use what I call the three-level method. For the goal, the aspiration, but for the problem, the obstacle, the pain, we force ourselves to go through and to elevate the aspiration, the problem into, success and happiness compared to practical issues. And then we also go down one level into the more practical, more niche, more narrow goals, the tactical to the strategic, the existential to the annoyance, to open up the sort of inventory of possible ways of seeing the situation and the problem. Because then we can take the customer's standpoint and create a story that fits the level at which they see the situation, which is much more engaging. So I have a humanitarian startup that helps distribute chlorine to make populations in developing countries autonomous in hospital disinfection, purifying water, and things like that. Do you talk about how children are dying because of water-linked diseases? Or do you talk about the struggle for NGOs to manage supply chain issues? I have a company that does IA-based chatbots. Do you talk about how you're struggling with customer engagement? Or do you talk about how complicated it is to get a chatbot that you can trust, that's easy to maintain and install? At which level does the customer see the problem, and so how should you talk to them? So think of exploring all these levels, and often it'll become pretty clear what is the best way to talk about the problem, therefore your solution.